So we've just been talking about content. So how we help people succeed. So this is what we think when we're out talking to Mike and Mary and Susie and Steve. We're like, how can we help them succeed? We can help them succeed by producing content. Probably 6 years ago, Matthew and I wrote an ebook. It was maybe 40 or 50 pages. It was a long ebook, The Ultimate Guide to Renting Your Home. And we did that for somebody who wanted to do it themselves. And we literally laid out every single thing that they would need to know to successfully rent their house. And we've used that. We've given that away to people. We know if we can help them succeed, then they're going to remember us. And also, the ebook was so long and so detailed, we thought if they read it, they'd probably go, I'd just rather somebody else do this. It's just ridiculous, all the things we put in there. But content marketing is it. We think content builds trust. Like I mentioned, we have a blog over here on the left. In the middle, we've got these podcasts. And then on the far, we have a YouTube channel. I would say, and I just want to stop real quick and just say something about video content. I think really you just need to figure out what you're most comfortable doing. I'm more comfortable sketching out an idea and then recording something on video. Because I can work it out as I talk, and then I can take that video and I can edit it and just get it the way I want to. And then from there, I can create audio from that, like a podcast recording, or I can create a blog post from that. And so I think you need to figure out, what do you like to do the most? I know Jeremy Tallman, who's on here, he has a podcast. So that's one way that he creates content. Others of you write blog posts. I would just say, whatever you don't do boilerplate blog post, because people can tell if you've not put a lot of effort into it.
In case you haven't noticed, Spencer likes to talk until he thinks there's something to say. So that's why he's really good at.
That's right. 100%. It gets me in trouble, but when I'm recording a video, it gets me in trouble live, but in recording a video, it's pretty decent. All right. So now we're going to get into some of the tools that we use and how you can come up with limitless ideas for creating content. Because I believe if you're a shop in your market, you ought to be able to dominate. And you can dominate in video and YouTube. You can dominate on SEO. And really, we use this content also in all of our sales efforts. Our salespeople are sharing this content all of the time. So what better way to help communicate to prospective owners, even when they're in the pipeline, just to keep them interested? Grant, we have a WordPress site. And then we also have some microsites these are like market sites that are done with PMW right now. When did you get serious about SEO? Oh, goodness. We've always been serious about SEO, but we've not always done it fantastic. We just haven't been the best at it. So I think we're learning things along the way. Kayleen joined our team, and she came from 10 years of running an agency where she talked to businesses about SEO. So she came on board and immediately pointed out a lot of things we were doing wrong. And so I thought that was very helpful. So yeah, we always have thought SEO is a big deal. Our struggle, I'll just tell you all, our struggle is the fact that we're in so many different markets. It's hard to plop down in Dallas and then all of a sudden rank in SEO when we've been there for a couple of months versus somebody who's been there for 10 years. And over that 10 years, they should have created tons of content, tons of trust, build out their SEO. So if you haven't gotten serious about it, I would encourage you to do that before we come to your market and get very serious about it. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. But anyway, all right. So I'm going to show you some things. So here are some, and I will share this with anybody. I'll share this whole slide presentation with you if you want it. But here are some things to jumpstart that you can just do from everyday ideas. And these are things like questions owners ask. We've already mentioned this. Best places to invest. You could do a series on each area, each zip code, and go into detail. What kind of houses do investors find there? Are they craftsman houses? What year were they built? What are the bedroom bathroom mix? What type of resident is there? What are your stories about that? There's all kinds of ideas you could do with best places to invest, and people love those. Interview local clients. If you have clients that are investors, we've done that before. Just had them on the podcast, talk to them. You could do a video, you could do an audio recording. You could really, we've also done written interviews where we've recorded it and then just done a blog about it. Describe your ready process, local market monthly updates. If your market is changing a lot, you can do monthly updates if you wanted to do that. Property evaluations. Is this a good investment? I literally was Monday, I want to say, or maybe Tuesday. I think Tuesday I was out in a part of Birmingham looking at a property with the head of our renovations, and we walked through that entire house. I recorded video. I had some things to say, and I'm in the middle of editing a video that'll be uploaded on Monday. And the whole question I'm asking is this a good investment? And what I want to do is help investors think through what are the things they need to be thinking through as they're trying to decide, should I buy this property or not? Obviously, you have a ton of tips and advice. I'll tell you somebody who does this real well. If y'all have ever heard of my friend Mark Ainley up in Chicago, he has a podcast that has exploded. It's great. It's straight up Chicago investor. They've got well over 100,000 downloads. I don't remember how many thousands of downloads they have, but Mark does a tip, like he does a property management tip almost, I think, in every segment that they do. And he's relentless with this podcast, and man, he has done very well, and it's helped them get a lot of business. Mistakes too.
Even sells ads on this podcast, so they make money. Nobody's been willing to pony up for our podcast.
We spend money. They make money on their podcast.
Somebody to advertise, but nobody is willing to step out.
I will say this. We had a few people reach out, and then when I told them what Matthew was thinking as far as price per impressions, they walked away. So Matthew's very proud about it. I mean, we definitely want people to pay for it.
It's solid gold.
It's solid gold. That's right. So you got tons of mistakes to avoid. I've made enough mistakes investing to probably take down 1,000 videos, how-to articles. And then something we've done is done ultimate guides. McKenna's really spearheaded the whole project. We have ultimate guides to every city that we're in. So the ultimate guide to, what are the proper titles, McKenna? It's ultimate guide to Dallas investing, or what is it?
Yes, it's like an ultimate guide to the market. So it includes on like population, trends, neighborhoods that are rising in popularity, declining in popularity, just a ton of stats. And I would add to this list the concept of like timely content, or Kayleen and I this year introduced like a content calendar. So for example, like when tax season is coming up, Spencer can record a video on taxes for landlords, and then I can write a blog. Kayleen can turn it into an email and then deliver it directly to the leads. And that's a really easy way to come up with more ideas. It's just what's going on. What would someone be Googling right now? And just taking that and running with it.